to success. Let's talk about keys to success.
What's happening? What's happening? What the business is? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Ronaldo Allen, and welcome to everything in between. If this your first time joining, man, listen, I appreciate you. Little sis, little bro, niece, nephew. I appreciate y'all. For everybody that's coming back, you damn near family now. So salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking. Today, this is gonna be a little bit different from what I'm accustomed to doing as far as like what I'm talking about, because something just happened within the last couple of days that me personally like. I'm overly proud of this individual. And as I get into the story, y'all will understand why. So shout out to, I call her the trash, D, right? The trash, DA trash, or DE trash. Yeah, DE trash, the trash. Either way it go, at my last command, I was at C-Stick San Diego. I was an instructor. I met this lovely young lady who ended up growing to be my family. She's like a niece slash daughter slash little sister, all in one. But when I met her, I knew I was gonna have my hands full. I just didn't know how much. So before I get into what ended up happening now, I'm gonna just go back to her previous command right before getting to me. She only was an MP sailor, low MP sailor at that, right? Couple of P's when she first got there, and then her last 2 or 3 evals was all MPs, right? Strictly MP. Never could just break out the break out of the bunch. But at the same time, she was dealing with people that didn't care, that was trying to take advantage of her, and not in a good way. Side note, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit probably afterwards. But for the people that's in a leadership position and y'all try to take care of junior sellers, I really envy y'all. I had mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I get tired of hearing, like, especially young women just trying to figure out, maneuver through the military, and it's always that one guy that's just doing the most. And and if you see this video, bro, you know who you are. But I'm gonna get off that because I don't even want to focus on that. Back to D. So she only been an MP sailor. She checks into the command, and so I'm a first class at this time. She's a second class. We have another first class female, and then we have a first class. I'm sorry, we have a chief female, and both of them like in a Hispanic descent. So this silly me thinking in my mind, that's gonna be an easy connection for D because they're not close in age, but I'm like, in my mind, they got a cultural similarity. So I feel like it would have been a good mix, right? The chief not necessarily so much hands-on, but they want the female first class to deal with them. To a certain degree, I am very sexist when it comes down to the military. I like for females to work with females, and I like for guys to work with guys, just for the simple fact I've seen too many females just say something about a guy and it go all the way left. Granted, like I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago, right? It is guys in that predicament that does do that. So for me, I'm like, yo, to alleviate myself getting caught up in any type of drama, I'd just rather work with dudes and just leave it at that. So back to D. So we got another, like I said, first class female. I'm like, yo, it should be good. But the first class female, now this is one of my homies, and if she see this, it's all love. She got a little attitude too. So if it's two sort of kind of headstrong females trying to deal with each other, it's probably really not gonna match. And then the chief that we got, she got her own thing going on. So she's like involved, but she's really not involved. So boom. And again, this whole format is sort of kind of like me just telling y'all the story about D. This is dedicated to her. We are instructors, right? So we have to pass our instructor board with one of the LSOs get called. D failed it, bombed it. And when I say fail, I think you need like an 80 something, like an 85 to pass. I think she scored like a 79 or 80. So it wasn't like terrible, but she didn't pass. She crying, doing the most. And I'm like, it is what it is. Like, we'll get it back. We had another chief that was at the command at this particular time. Me and him, we cool now, but we just never got along. So whenever his hands was in something, I would never put my hands in the same pot his hands was in, because I'm like, once he involved, I already know who I am as a person. I'm just stand off and let him do his thing. So boom, he ended up getting her trained up. She ended up getting qualified. She's an instructor now. Now, mind you, again, we got class every month, brand new accession sailors, some master chiefs, first class chiefs, officers. And as an instructor, you the face of the class now. She dry, she shy, she trash, she the trash. And at the end of every class, they do critiques, and they dogging in the critiques. And I'm like, yo, you gonna have to figure this thing out. I'm not necessarily 100% hands on, because in my mind, the other first class female, like, she gonna be taking the role of that, but it ain't really happening. So she already got the other first class female got her stuff going on. So it's really just sort of kind of like me and D for a minute. A couple of people that we had there end up checking out. So it's really just like me and her, like, trying to figure this thing out. Some things came up and they were like, Alan, it's on you now. So I'm like, damn. I ain't never necessarily had to work with like a female, like one-on-one like this in my whole career, because on the ship there's always a bunch of people. So it's never just like me and then this other person. I already saw she had an attitude. I tried to talk to her a couple of times, and you could just get the vibe she really not trying to hit me for real, for real. And then I was just like, you know what? Enough is enough. So I asked her, I said, hey, yo, listen, it ain't adding up, Shawty. Like, we gonna have to figure this thing out, because right now it's just me and you. Like, the old regime left, so like we could start this new leaf, this new chapter, and like really make this thing like do what it do. Like, what's up? She's like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm like, no, listen. I'm like, after Christmas stand down, we're gonna cut it up a notch. So she's like, okay, whatever. So she checked in, I wanna say September, like August, September. And then of course, stand down is right there. So we got literally like a month and a half of stand down, because Thanksgiving, then right after that we come back for a few weeks and then stand down. So when we come back, we hit the ground running. She arguing with me, fussing with me. I'm shy. I'm not comfortable talking in front of people, blah, 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 blah. All these things. And she like, Adam, you just so good at you just so natural. But I'm like, I wasn't always like this. I had to start from somewhere too. So we going back and forth, going back and forth. Things is coming up. She's dropping the ball on certain things. We going back and forth arguing. Not necessarily arguing, but we having our spats. And I told her, I said, yo, just trust the process. Trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. Because I'm like, right now, going through, you're not going to see, it's always going to be after the fact. So boom, she get that first eval, big P. But she checked in at the end of the year. And in the military, it's always like that waiting game. You know, people already been there a little bit longer than you. Some people left, so people moving up, so on and so forth. I'm like, yo, listen, this just the first one is not gonna be like that. You good. We going through. She getting a little bit in the classroom now. She holding stuff down on her own now. She's sort of kind of more self-sufficient. Fast forward. So the physical year starts in October. So it's like that quarter one is October, November, December. That's quarter one. So boom, a whole year go by. We never put her up for any like sale of the quarter, junior sale of the quarter, anything like that. And then again, just in March, because she's the E5, she just got a P. Tell me why. My dog, she got. I always got to go back to my notebook. At the same time, she got sailor of the quarter and junior sailor of the year at the same time. Because if you go up one time, whether it's the first quarter or the last quarter, you can still go up for the year as well. But in the same quarter, she got sailor of the quarter and junior sailor of the year at the same time. And she was looking like, I don't even know what just happened. I said, that's what happened when you put your head down and you just lock in. Overly emotional. And she like, Al, this all you. Like, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sure, but you still have to do the work. I saw what I needed to see, but you still have to do the work. So outside of me dedicating this to my little sister, to my niece, to my friend, this is what happened when people really care. Like, people legit in your corner. In a year time frame, She went from I'm about to get out the Navy. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to come to work late. Just D, you was trash, girl. You was doing the most. But it went from that to Sailor of the Year. And when I saw her picture on the TV, I'm like, man, I should have like a little photo bomb in the back or something. Cause I'm like, we Sailor of the Year. Cause that's how I felt about that. Cause I'm like, nobody was up with me late after work, in between them class meetings, when she having mental breakdowns about her boyfriend and life and blah 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 blah. Like that's me getting them calls. So it turned from OS1 to OS2. Now you not just my sailor. You literally family now, and we gonna see this thing through. But it didn't stop there. So MTS is probably one of the biggest qualities you can get at that command. I was bugging the system because I didn't want to get it, but as soon as when I got it, I'm like, hey, you next. I'm on her. I'm on her. I'm on her. She messed around and failed the MTS teach back. And again, that chief that I'm talking about, he was helping her with the MTS stuff, right? And mind you, he been had his MTS years ago. So the MTS, it changed a little bit, but I had just did it. But as soon as he said he was gonna help him, I literally just took back. So when she failed, of course, you know, she's upset, she crying. But I felt bad because I'm like, I let you down. I'm just as much as you failed, I failed too, because I let you down. Cause Chief, he doing what he's supposed to be doing, but I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, get out the way. I literally just went through it. I know exactly what they looking for, so on and so forth. So I'm like, hey, listen, we just gonna run it back. So of course, because her emotions still high, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go home. Think about that, but next week when we come back, we're gonna get right back to it. We ain't gonna sit on it. So everything that she messed up on her first one, I actually told her to acknowledge it on her second one because it's gonna be the same board members. She's like, that's not gonna work. I say, trust me. I'm like, the same thing you did, all that pacing back and forth, the not making eye contact, it was something else. Pacing, no eye contact. And it was something else. I'm like, yo, bring that up. I'm like, yo, what does this look like if I do this? Or you ask after the point, like you make that point and then boom. She like, it ain't gonna work. I'm like, listen, just trust me. Yo, she had by far the best. I think she scored like a 98. Matter of fact, her teach back was so good, they wanted to record her with her teach back and put it on the share drive so everybody could watch. Like, hey, this is how a teach back supposed to look for MTS board. Everything that she said wasn't gonna work, it ended up working. And she's like, bro, you did that. But I'm like, you did that. Like, you still had to practice that. You still had to go up there and remember all that information. I sort of kind of like coach you through it, yeah, but like that was all you. Ladies and gentlemen, this what it looked like when somebody care. So she went from brand new, you know what I'm saying, checking into the command, I'm about to get out the Navy, P. She like, oh, they out to get me. Cause now she feel like it's in that same I could never get past the MP on my last ship. So here we go again. I'm like, no, that ain't what that is. So boom, that very next she went from a P to that next eval, the number 3 EP in the command out of like 90 something second class. Number 3. The highest eval I ever had was number 5. So I'm like, yo, you already surpassed me. You already surpassed me. And I couldn't have been more proud of her. But the thing that made me dedicate this video to her right now, today, she literally texted me 2 days ago and like, big bro. Matter of fact, she didn't even say nothing. She just sent me a picture. It was her eval. Number 1 of 85. Number 1. I cried as if it was like my eval. Because I'm like, when you see what somebody done been through to get to where they going, it hit a little bit different. I'm like, I'm looking at the paper and I'm reading. I'm like, yo, this big D, not the little one. Pause. I'm like, yo, like, take the time and just like do some self-reflecting to see when you first got to command to right now. And so mind you, I done checked out of command for the last 6-7 months. She also just got junior instructor of the year a couple of months ago. So I'm like, yo, like, I've been gone. So everything you doing right now, you still reaping the benefits of all that work that you put in a year and a half, 2 years ago. We still reaping the benefits right now. So I'm like, yo, if that ain't a glow up for the military, like I don't know what it is. And she just got the orders that she wanted. Yo, when people care and they willing to go out their way and make time for you, yo, the sky's the limits. And we just so happen to be in the military, but that just goes to life in general. I wanted to dedicate this particular podcast. I call it heavy, right? Heavy. Actually, I ain't even about to say her name. I'm tripping. But D, I love you. I'm proud of you. Or you a rock star. Like you a real rock star. And I don't want anybody from your last command or anybody that's in your future command to tell you that you're not that person, that you're not that girl, because you already know what it is. And you know I'm not standing for no slander on your name. I know I'm overseas, but you know I'll pull up at the same time. Love you. All right, cool. So now that that's out of the way, again, this is more of a dedication podcast to D specifically. But I hope as I was talking, y'all was picking up what I was putting down. Because even regardless of what your command is right now, it may look, you know what I'm saying, messed up. It may look, you hear the stories about everybody else, how good everybody else command is, but it's really the people. It's really the people that's gonna dictate that. So if the people dictate that and they care and they rock with you, yo, like let them. D wasn't looking for me. D was not checking for me. I literally, I literally made myself available for her, and then I asked her like, "Hey, is it okay for me to be myself and then help you get to that next level?" It was work, and everybody don't have that patience. So y'all not gonna get another Allen at y'all command. I'm almost 100%, you know what I'm saying, guarantee that is not gonna happen. But if y'all do find somebody, yo, let them do what they do. And at the end of the day, that's literally why I'm making this podcast, because now I can't be at everybody's ship. But I'm gonna try my darndest to put out so much information that's gonna help you maneuver through this military thing. Like, bro, you ain't got no choice but to succeed. And again, I'm not do 20 years in the Navy person. Granted, I'm at 17 years, so that's my story, but that ain't gotta be yours. But at least while you in, it could be everything it needs to be for you at that particular time. But you still gotta put in the work. All right. Again, my name is Ronaldo Allen. I'm very passionate about this thing. Welcome to everything in between. Again, this was a little bit differently, because I just definitely wanted to acknowledge this person that's special to me, that's family, and this video gonna live way longer than me, hopefully, right? So even when 5, 10 years come from now, me and her both can look back at this video and like, yo, we really did do that. So yeah, again, I hope y'all found something, even with me rambling on about, what I'm saying, my dog. In the meantime, between time, man, y'all be cool, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. I'll catch y'all on the next time. So if you see me in the streets, on or OG, as long as you don't call me out my name, y'all know y'all all right with me. All right, till next time. Peace. So now that first point out the way, again, D, I love you. This ain't got nothing to do with you, what I'm about to get into. This for all them other females. Hey, yo, listen. Motherfuckers don't owe you nothing. Whatever, and it's not an excuse. I just don't know how else to put this shit. It's fucked up niggas everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, whether it's the military or civilian sector, it's fucked up people everywhere you go. But if you give them folks that much power to keep you locked in and don't want to grow, yo, you literally setting yourself up for failure. And it's strictly for them young females, man. For the guys, for y'all fuck niggas, bro, I really hate y'all, bro. Bro, it ain't no need for y'all to try to force yourself on these young women, man. Like, bro, y'all some real cowards, boy. And I'm a man. I don't know what it's like to have somebody push themselves off on me. I don't. So please don't take this as me being insensitive, right? But it's a fucked up thing to say, but you won't be the first and you won't be the last one. Navy got medical, fleet and family. They got therapy for a reason. And it's free for you. Yo, go talk to somebody and work through that shit. Because you're going to look up another 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now and still be trying to deal with that trauma. So you can't even go forward and really succeed like that. You can't even go forth and thrive like that. Yo, go talk to somebody. Again, shout out, it's fucked up niggas everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. And they time coming. You might not ever see it, but trust me, they time coming. Get the help that you need. Everybody don't have bad intentions, but you got to have some discernment in yourself too. You got to have some discernment. And to make it even more simpler, I don't know what y'all religion's belief is, but hey, ask God like, hey, am I tripping? Am I really feeling this? Show me. Expose these people. And once y'all do that, if somebody really stepping out of line, report them. Let it be valid. Please let it be valid. But report them. Cause y'all, if you don't do it, that man gonna keep doing what he doing, and that next young chick that come onto the boat, he gonna do it to her too. I always say the shit like if a friend don't check the friend and they know they doing wrong, friend, you might as well just be doing the same shit. None of my partners know they can't get around me with no fuckery. I gotta check them because I want them to do the same thing to me. But for shawty, the 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, that's still just trying to figure this shit out, please, especially if we got some daddy issues. Yo, get the help that you need, shawty. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I promise you. The sooner you start getting help, the better off the rest of your life can be. Me and D had shared a lot of stories, and I hate that she had to go through it. But I'm looking at her now, and I'm like, yo, listen, your story gonna help somebody else out, and it's already started doing it. Everybody shouldn't have to go through some bullshit to like tell a story. It could just be on some positive shit, because it's gonna be a lot of females that don't go through no fucking. But for the ones that do end up getting caught in the crossfire, yo, get some help. Get some help. Again, everybody ain't out to get you. Everybody ain't out to try to run no game on you. It's some people that's really just genuine and want to see you do well. But if you still holding on to that baggage, you might as well hang it up. Again, yo, y'all don't gotta listen to me. I'm not certified. I'm not qualified for nobody to do what I'm doing. I just seen enough bullshit that I'm like, it gotta be another way. And if it's change that I want, I gotta be the change that I want. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I can put all this information out here, but y'all still gotta get up and go do something on your own. Y'all still gotta go put that work in. Get that help, shouter. And if you one of them dudes that's that's on the download doing that sly shit, bruh, your time coming. But again, I don't gotta take my word for it. I digress. Again, my name is Ronaldo Allen. This is everything between. I'm very passionate about this shit. Y'all can click off and never come back. I already told y'all every episode I'm gonna say the same thing. Click off, never come back. It don't matter, but I'm gonna still keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna still keep doing what I'm doing. I digress. Gone.